Hi, Robert Chuckrow here. In this video, I'm going to break down and analyze the move ward off left with specific reference to Dòng, dàng, which means move, swing. And what it refers to is the optimal timing of the shifting and turning of the body relative to the circular movement of the arms. Ward off left occurs after the beginning move and in another place in the Ching short form and in two other places in the Dòng long form. There are a number of elements to this move that I want to analyze and point out. So I'll do them individually. I'm not going to show all the parts together until after I've talked about it. So we start with the feet parallel, which is after the beginning move. And the weight is 50-50, shoulder width apart. Feet are shoulder width apart. And you're in a state of sung, which means that all contractive tension is released. And you're also in a state of nei jin, which starts at the very first move, the preparation move. The whole body is filled with electricity, the arms especially. They're rotated, elbows forward and out, palms facing the rear. The arms are inflated, they're expanded, they are activated, and that's the state you're in when you start. First thing you do is shift into the left leg. So when I do so, watch my left hand. It's moving with my body because it's attached to my, the upper part of my arm is attached to my trunk of my body. So it's going to move with my body. That gives it a little outward momentum to my left. But then I turn. When I turn, my shoulder is going this way. If the shoulder goes this way, the whole arm isn't going to go that way because it has inertia. This top part of my humerus has to move that way because it's attached. But the rest of it will swing out. So it does this. Now I shift forward. When I shift forward, the arm will tend to still lag behind until I stop. Then it'll swing and come up. So what happens is this. And then as it reaches the bottom, I'm already stepping, and then the arm is coming up as I turn. So it's this. So let me point out some of the things. There's momentum when I shift, but then as I turn, the arm tilts. That gives it what's called potential energy, because I put something into it, but I can get it back, potentially available to be retrieved, which means that at this point, it's going to swing up the same height on the other side. There's also potential energy in the stretching of these tissues in the shoulder girdle. They're being stretched, and that's called elastic potential energy, and that can also come back. Then what happens when it reaches the bottom, I start turning the other way, which initiates that step, and that continues the move. I'm not doing this. I'm not reaching. That is not being in the moment. It's being in the future. It's not non-action. It's not non-attachment. It's being attached to an idea, an image of holding a ball. Holding that ball is just a Kodak moment. Here it is, click. Just one frame of a video. So let's talk about the legs and the stepping. When I shift to the left, then turn and shift to the right, this right leg is becoming yin, meaning it's becoming more earthy, yielding to gravity, supportive, that's yin. Lowering, that's yin. There has to be a corresponding amount of yang in the left leg. So yin, yang. As I shift into my right leg, my left leg is expanding outward. There is a connected intermotion between the two actions. And now it would go forward because my knee is more forward than the ankle. So the lower leg would swing forward if my knee is released, which I try to do. But it's not, because there's still a little bit of weight on it. As soon as the weight comes off and friction isn't a factor, then it steps out. See, it's this. And I don't have to do that. All I do is just let it swing forward. So it looks like this. And that is the move. Now when I do this, I don't know if I'm the only one or not, but when I do it, when I shift into the left leg, the arm comes up. And then when I shift into the right leg, the arm goes down. It just stops for a moment. It doesn't stop for any length of time. And the left hand too, it's constantly moving. Continuous movement. Thank you.